Right, now the latest interview in our series of candidates for the NUS President is Shakira Martin. Now Shakira is of course one of the Vice Presidents for the NUS for Further Education, and she is running alongside Tom Harwood, who we interviewed the other day, and Maliha Boistia. Shakira, first things first, why are you running for presidency of the NUS?
Yeah, I'm running for the presidency of the NUS to put NUS back into the hands of its members. It's been clear over the past year that our members aren't happy with the current state of their national union, and they want change. They want to have a national union that is representing their views, talking about the issues that they care about.
Are you the person to do that then, ahead of the other candidates?
Yeah, I definitely think I am the best person to do that. I have the experience of winning for students. I have the experience of listening to students across the country, being visual, being on the ground, and I have experience of working across parties to get the best deal for students that we represent.
Do you think the NUS has a duty to be inclusive to all students?
Yes, I totally do. That's our name. Our name is called the National Union of Students. That means we represent students nationally across the movement, and NUS should be a place where all our students feel welcome to participate and be a part of, and that isn't the current situation at the moment.
What about criticism from people like Tom Harwood, though, saying that your definition of inclusivity doesn't include Tories?
Okay, so in the past I've made comments saying Tories out, which I understand how that can be seen to be isolating to people in the student movement who have those particular views. However, moving forward, if I get elected president, I will work hard to ensure that I'm inclusive with my language and listening to students across the country.
How do you think Maliha Boistia has done as president?
I think it's clear in the past year in particular that students have felt that they haven't been listened to. This has been evident through the disaffiliation, number of open letters and national ballots that's been put out from our students, and this needs to change. And I think moving forward it's about how do we work with student unions on the ground, getting them to have more faith in their national union that will be fighting on the issues that they care about.
One of the candidates who seems to be getting a lot of media coverage is Tom Harwood. Do you think he is the appropriate experience to be president of the NUS?
I think I'm the best candidate for the reasons that I gave before. I'm not trying to focus on any of the other candidates' media attention or anything like that. While I'm finding it very uplifting, speaking to students on the ground and across the country, and that's what I'm going to remain focused on.
In your manifesto, you said that education saved your life. How so?
Education has given me the privilege to be in this position today. I never thought I'd be standing for national president. I never had the best route into education and best stable upbringing, coming from a working class background. And I think that my story of overcoming adversity would be able to be relatable to many students across the country. I'm not saying that my story will be able to be relatable to everybody, but I know those feelings of being isolated, lacking in confidence and motivation. And I think that is something that we can share across the movement and unite and create and change through our membership.
In your time as NUS Vice President, what's the proudest thing you achieved?
So the proudest thing has been the FE Unplugged campaign, which was a campaign that we launched for the area review process, bringing the heart of students' views to the heart of government. And we met with over 120 colleges, which is one of the biggest projects that NUS has done in further education. And as a result, we've had a major investment into further education, which has been welcome.
If you do become president, what is the one policy in your manifesto that you would be most excited to implement?
Making education a real option for everyone and doing a commission into student poverty, because the cost of living and living crisis and the amount of students that are living in poverty at the moment is disgusting, and something needs to change about that. Education needs to be accessible for everyone, and I would be looking forward to creating impact through change, through campaigning, innovation, energy led by the students and the student movement.
With the status of the NUS in the UK, I mean, this year we've seen multiple disaffiliations with the NUS. I mean, here at Warwick we had a referendum where we did vote to stay, but there was that animosity towards the NUS. Where do you see the NUS going forward from here?
So definitely, if I'm elected president, I'll be the type of president that would learn from the past, understand the current situation of the present, and move towards a sustainable future for the next generations of students to come. It's clear that students and student unions across the country, as I've said, have been unhappy with the current leadership and state of their national union. And moving forward, we need to be sustainable. We need to be listening to the voices of students and bringing their priorities to the heart of government and using our collectivism and numbers to do so.
Does the NUS focus too much on national issues, would you say? So, for example, commenting on the Israel-Palestine conflict, Indonesian conflicts?
It's clear that the NUS has been seen to not be listening to the voices of students and talking about things that students aren't aware about. What it is for me, I want to create an NUS that is an environment where people can learn and develop, that you don't come political and have to choose a side where you have to be on, but you come to learn, go on a journey, to create a network, to build confidence and self-esteem, to be able to be activists in whichever area that you want to be. I want NUS to be a place where we can signpost and work together with other organisations who specialise in different areas, but our relevance and our role as NUS is the National Union of Students to represent all students, and that is our focus, and that is something that I want to put at the heart of the student movement and the heart of NUS again.
Now, Shakira, we're going to do a quick fire round to get to know you a little bit better.
No problem.
First things first, what's your favourite film?
My favourite film is Coming to America, Eddie Murphy.
What is your favourite food?
Stew, peas and rice.
Who's your favourite actor?
Ooh, favourite actor?
Is it Eddie Murphy?
He's funny, I'll say Eddie Murphy, but I'm not really on that. I don't really idolise celebrities.
Favourite aspect of the NUS?
The students, the resilience, the experience, the passion to create change in a fairer society through their experiences.
Worst aspect of the NUS?
The divide, the fact that students aren't happy, and the fact that if we don't make a change this year, my children, the next generation of students, may not have an NUS to represent them.
Proudest moment in your life?
Oh, proudest moment in my life, giving birth to my children. Yeah.
Jeremy Corbyn or Theresa May?
Jeremy Corbyn.
I thought I knew the answer to that one. Something in me gave me that inkling. And finally, will Brexit have a positive or negative impact on students, do you think?
It will definitely have a negative impact. This is why we need to get ourselves in line, get ourselves in gear. We need to protect our students and workers and fight for a better deal for our students across the country. We need to start getting students political. We need to start working together in getting young people and society to understand the implications of Brexit and fight for a better deal for students.
And before we let you go, Shakira, a song request that you'd like to be played after this interview.
Oh, if you've got this, then I'll be very impressed with you. NUS, I Know I Can.
We'll take a look and see if we've got it. Shakira, one last time, thank you for coming on, but why should people vote for you to be the next NUS president?
People should vote for me to be the next NUS president because I have the experiences of working from an FE college, representing students locally in my community, to being vice president further education, representing you nationally. I have evidence of winning for students on all levels, and I continue to put students at the heart and the forefront of our national union. If you want change, if you want to make education a real option for everyone, vote Shakira #1.
Shakira.
Yeah, that rhymed.
That was impressive. Thanks for joining us and best of luck with the campaign.
Thank you very much.